And we are live.
We are live scratching our eye. What are you doing there, brother?
Had some shit in my eye, bro.
Oh man, is that from eating all that ass?
No, it was a bit of coom.
Um, what do you want to kick off with? I was reading the story on NPR, man. It was kind of really took me back. So I guess it was recently a plane had crashed in DC. I think the issue was that it wasn't being properly dated or tracked on, and they didn't even know it was flying, I guess, and the crash landed, and it killed the pilot and the three passengers on it. It's pretty stark, man. They're trying to figure out what the issue is. It's interesting, man. Wow, that's crazy. Because I mean, we were just talking last weekend with our folks about 9/11.
Yeah. That's weird timing, honestly, with that. Goddamn.
Super, super weird timing. Very confusing. Um, yeah, that's just wild. But
Yeah.
so that's something I heard about that's happening this week in the world. Just felt like I should share. I was reading about it while I was at work today, and yeah, what's happened recently? My weekend was very eventful. So today on the pod, I'm just drinking water because I got too drunk on two different days last week, and I need to take a pause and a detox and give my liver a break. Because like Thursday night was Broncos, and so we had to go out, and I had too many shots. Yeah, I had too many shots. That's always the problem. It's always just shots that do me over. I can like chug beer like nobody's business and control that and be fine. But shots, man, they're so quick. They're not easy, but they're super quick. And
To where you're
yeah,
just like, shot.
no, absolutely. That's how that's how
Everybody!
that's how Saturday night was too. Because me and my lady Kate, we like were hanging out with some of her friends, and literally all the games we were playing were like games that encourage drinking. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. And so I got very drunk Saturday night that I was violently hungover the next morning until like 1 p.m.
Jesus.
It was horrendous, dude. It was funny because I think I woke up drunk at like 10 in the morning on yesterday, Sunday, and then because we're recording this on a Monday, we recorded the last episode on a Thursday that threw off a bit, but that's because we had Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, and I
Um,
literally just uploaded that episode today because I've literally been so busy this week with the beer festival. So
oh, that's right, that's going on. You have to
yeah.
tell us about that after I tell about my drinking experience. But
Yes.
so at 10 I was drunk, but then at 11 I started to feel it, and I regrettably made, well, the bacon and the toast were perfect, but eggs when I'm violently sick are not like a good mix for me to have. I need to remember that. So I like had to force myself to eat toast to get something in my stomach, but I didn't. I was vomiting, I'll admit. But it was mostly bile before I had breakfast, but then I wasn't vomiting afterwards. I was like, okay, I'm holding this down, and we like had to go to the beach because the band was out there. So we all went to the beach yesterday, and so we had to like me and Kate had to like get ourselves together. We like went to 7-Eleven for protein bars and like electrolytes. I had a Monster
Yeah.
so I could get vitamins.
There you go. There you go.
In me, yeah, and that seemed to work out. And we got burgers for dinner. So anyway, but yeah, anyway, it was just yeah, drinking was wild. So I'm taking a detox week. But tell me about Beer Fest. Tell the audience about Beer Fest. What did you do?
Oh my god. Okay, so for like this week, like I've been working like a dog, basically, trying to like maintain the store and everything during all that. I did work the fairgrounds, which was where the festival was happening,
Cool.
on Saturday of this week, and boy oh boy was it crazy because we're talking people drinking for like 6 hours straight, like little tasters, but it adds up if you're standing in line and just drinking.
If you're sampling all over the place, then yeah.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
yeah.
Um, then that does add up, and like it's little beers, and you don't think much of it too. So your brain is like tricking yourself. You're like, oh, I haven't had that much to drink.
Yeah,
And
no, but
so I
under
guess
that hot sun in Paso Robles, I mean, it wasn't bad this year as it was opposed to last year because last year that was pretty warm.
well,
Bless you twice.
wasn't it record breaking heat
Pretty
last
record
year?
breaking heat, yeah. So I don't think it was as
I
much
think
business
last year
as
was.
I wanted or
I
as
remember
we
last year
wanted.
was bad because I moved into this apartment first time, and this place got hot in the summer, dude.
Yeah.
Excuse me, while I'm sneezing my guts out.
No, you're good.
Go on.
Yeah, no, it wasn't as much business as we wanted last year as it was this year. God, we were like in the very high digits with like sales and everything, so it was great. It was fantastic, but I'm just like tuckered out, man, and I got like a shift tomorrow, so that's gonna be like fun. Yeah, that's why I'm like having a few beers today, just trying to unwind and relax before I have to go in tomorrow. So I'll be good.
No, for sure. Don't don't do it.
Fuck no, I'm not going into the hard alcohol, man. I've just been drinking like Pivo for like 4 hours.
Yeah, I brought some beer to the beach on Sunday, which was kind of regrettable because the first one was hard to get down. The second one wasn't so bad, but I should have just learned from being violently hungover the morning of to not bring beer.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Actually, no, I think I've been drinking Pivo for 6 hours. Time really flies when you're drinking Pivo.
You doing day drinking?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't. That's where you can get really drunk though, for sure. Like it depends on like how early you start. Because if you finish late, you got a lot of beers in your system, man.
No, I'm having like one more beer after this, and then I'm going to bed. It's gonna be that bottle of Blue Love I have sitting in the fridge.
Oh, cool. That's good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
When is it gonna start now?
Oh, I never showed you something that I got from that festival.
What is?
So let's see. So this was something I wasn't supposed to get, but this is like funny, and now that it's gonna be out there on the internet, it's gonna be interesting. So apparently, if you work at the festival for like all week during the whole event, you get the special all access pass. Now, when I went there on Saturday to check in, I asked where I was going because I had no idea where I was going. I didn't properly prepare or anything, but let's go up to the front desk and say, hey, do you know where I might be at? Like where the rest of the Firestone employees are? She's like, I don't know, but I'll help you look, and I'll give you one of these passes, too. I wasn't supposed to get this pass because I was only working the day, so I got the cool, like, rare RPG item that I wasn't supposed to get by bumbling into the random quest.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. The side quest. That's what gets you, dude.
But yeah, it's a great souvenir. Shit.
That's cool, man. That's rad. So the beer fest was fun?
Yeah, it was. It was. I only got to try 2 beers. It was... Oh, God. I think it was Noble Traditions or something along that line by the Lost Abbey Brewing Company.
Uh-huh.
I do remember it being a Czech-style Pilsner, and I do love Pivo. I really do, but that Pilsner was pretty damn good.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And then there was something from a brewery called literally just The Brewery, and it was, thankfully this was one of my buddies who works at Firestone as well. He got me this glass because I didn't have enough time to actually get like another glass of something. So he's like, I got you something, try this. You have to try this. Mm-hmm. It was a mead blonde ale blend called We Will Be Missing You.
Oh, wow. Mead and blonde ale? That sounds really good.
It was so good. It was like medium, dark brown. It had notes of like blueberries, and it was just rich and incredible. Like, it was so good.
That's dope, dude.
It's something you get served if you die and go to Valhalla type shit, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, that's some mead, dude. I remember at the Ren Fair once, I had I think I've talked about it on this before, it's called Death by Chocolate Raspberry. So like you get a raspberry mead and a chocolate stout, and you mix them together.
Oh damn! That sounds good.
Yeah, sounds like a pretty good idea. I might have to go to Venmo and see if I can find something like that, and mix them together.
I also got some free stuff from the festival too. One of them being this tank top, baby.
Oh snap! Wait, I can't see it in the frame, dude.
You can't see it in the frame? Squat?
Oh, there you go. Oh, shit. That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah. It's basically the bear and the lion riding motorcycles together.
That's badass as fuck, dude.
Yeah, I got another tank top as well as a free hat, so that was cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's free merch is always good. I was wearing I wore the Cali Squeeze shirt you got me, the tie-dye one to the beach yesterday.
I saw that on Instagram. Oh, I love that. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, my boy.
Yeah, dude. It was nice,
Yeah.
man. Then we're going to the beach next Sunday too. To celebrate a friend's birthday. We're going to the boardwalk, I think it was.
Oh, there you
Uh,
go.
which that'll be sweet.
We got to be wearing that again, and then have a Cali squeeze if they have it available on the grounds.
They probably don't. But I was gonna wear
Ah.
the one with the funny little guy.
Oh, what's up?
I got a shirt with a funny little guy on it.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
That noise she made is like whoa. I like the attention grabbing. I will say I had a lot of those. Bevmo has those Cutwater drinks. I mean, they sell them a lot everywhere too. They sell like
Yeah.
Doritos and shit too. But they have a lot of the flavors at Bevmo. So like they have the White Russian, or they have the different margaritas, or they have the Mai Tai, or the Long Island iced tea.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a pack of Mai Tais and the lime margaritas, and I'd had one of each of those on top of other shots, and the Cutwaters already like give you a really bad hangover. I've had like first time I had them, I had like three, and I woke up feeling like shit the next day.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
Yeah,
Actually, it's funny.
But,
I was having what was it, a longboard lager from Kona Brewing Company a
Yeah.
little while back, and I thought to myself, okay, I might have been too harsh on this beer because I thought it tasted like just a stereotypical like bland lager. So I was like, I'll give it another shot because the guest is offering me one. I tried. I'm like, okay, I might have shied on this beer a little too hard. This one's actually pretty damn good.
I like their Big Wave, the Blonde Ale.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. It's very light, very easy, feels very like beachy.
Oh, that's perfect for like seafood and like salad type dishes. Like
And I might
if you
even
want
have
like
to huh?
if you want something for like pizza, the longboard lager is the go-to because again, I now have a newfound appreciation for it, as well as the fact that the bold flavors of it pair really well with rich foods like pizza and like burgers.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Very juicy,
Yeah,
greasy foods.
exactly.
That's cool, man. I respect. Yeah, I would. It's good. The longboard lager's good. I need to get a pack of Kona next time I go to the beach. Actually, that'd be better fitting. Because I brought
Yeah.
Modelo's to the beach, which that worked out. And then I think Jack had like some hazy IPAs. It was hella funny because the cop was driving around or whatever, like they have the beach cops, right?
The beach patrol.
The beach patrol and the pickups.
Yeah.
And so they're driving around, so we were like, oh shit, get it all in the cooler, because it's like not really kosher yet to do that on the beach. We had a
Yeah.
bonfire though, which is cool.
I mean, some people are pretty cool with it on the beach as long as you don't tell other people about it. But yeah, beach patrol, you never really know. So I mean.
Well, no, yeah, I was in certain.
Yeah.
The lady that caught Jack last time, I think it was Jack that she caught last time. She was pretty cool about it. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think Big Wave is definitely something you definitely enjoy right on the beach because, again, gold, crisp, so good with its fruit flavor, and it's just
Mhm.
perfect for staring at the waves go by.
no, exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
it's great, man. I love being at the beach. It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I have to make sure I bring an ass ton of sunscreen. Make sure
Yeah.
make sure White Boy don't burn.
I should have
Which
done
is-
that at the festival when I went there on Saturday, but thankfully we were in like basically a warehouse situation, so I was like, good. Air conditioning, no sun, perfect.
Oh, sweet, that's perfect. Yeah, that's good.
Not like these plebs under a white tent out in the sun.
I just bring my sun hat, and that saves my life.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should try more of the Cutwaters. I know they're pretty dang good. I should experiment more with those because I made a couple decent
In small
cocktails. with them.
doses, they're good. In small
Yeah.
doses, they're. But you said you made a couple what?
Cocktails.
Oh, nice.
See, because I figured like because it's like a cocktail mixer, I figure it's pretty sweet, and I'm like, yep, it is. Because I tried a little bit just straight, nothing added to it. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty sweet. But if I take half of a can of it, pour it into
Of
a highball
Cutwater?
glass with a couple shots of spirit, and then drop like maybe a lime wedge or a lemon wedge, depending on the drink, it's actually pretty fire.
You talking about Cutwater?
Yeah.
Cutwater has alcohol in it, dude.
I know, but it's not that like, it's not that insanely like, like well balanced like kind of
No,
cocktail.
it's not. Yeah,
No.
no. And they're cheap. They're in cans, dude. They just mass produce them, and they're just supposed to be easy to bring to the beach. I usually just like bringing a beer to the beach, man.
Yeah.
I think it's more fun to drink it that way. And the Cutwaters, we got them because we were at Kate's friend's place, and we just wanted something quick and easy.
Yeah.
They're just for convenience. They're not supposed to be that great. I mean, I've enjoyed them. I like the Mai Tai a lot. I want to try the pineapple. There's a pineapple margarita they have. I really want to try that one. That sounds really good.
Ooh.
Um, but I've had their White Russian, dude. It's literally like a chocolate shake. It's crazy.
Well,
It's actually really good. I was very surprised by it. I was like, whoa.
so you're basically reaffirming my point. It's like they're not really then like, exactly what they're advertised. But White Russian tastes like a chocolate shake. It's not a White Russian.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like it's got to
Yeah.
have the vodka into it. I mean, it's supposed to
Yeah.
be well, cocktail. The point of cocktails, right? It's like it's you mix the alcohol with something to make it easier for the alcohol to go down because like just shooting this stuff dry or I mean on its own, it's like it's heavy. I mean, that's why they have chasers and stuff and like Coke backs with whiskeys or whatever.
Yeah, but it's all about finding the right balance, though. Like, don't get me wrong, I get the whole cocktail thing. It's like you're trying to make hard alcohol like easier to consume.
No,
However,
absolutely.
that can get dangerous real fast if you're not very careful with your balancing portions.
Well, no, absolutely, and
Yeah,
also like the flavor just isn't there. A good quality cocktail is
yeah,
a well balanced drink where it's like, for me, a White Russian is 2 parts vodka, 1 part Kahlua, and 1 part cream or milk,
exactly. Smart man, you know your
and that
balance.
balance, you get a perfect drink. It's a good drink. It's a good Caucasian man, and I also I do like it's a 4-to-1 ratio for Jaeger bombs. You do like 1 ounce of the Jaeger, and then like I do 4 ounces of Red Bull. In my case, I use Rockstar.
Okay, okay. Actually, that does sound pretty good. Actually, shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they get you drunk quick. I had too many on Thursday. I mean, that's the point. I also got free Jello shots on Thursday. That was really cool. So at the bar next door, we were out back having a smoke, and the bartender from the other bar comes up to us, and I guess she was just like at one point she just says like, "Do you guys want some Jello shots?" Like she's not gonna charge us. She was just giving it to us for free because of like our vibes, I guess. Which is hella cool. It's hella cool. Like when people give you free drugs, and um, it was fun. Yeah, it's nice, man. Um, God, we talk a lot about drinking. Drinking is just it's a very normalized thing. I talk about this with one of my clients because they've got alcohol use issues, and I've been pretty transparent about like yeah I still drink on occasion. And I guess on this podcast I'm very transparent that I get drunk on occasion, but it's a very normalized thing in our culture. The concept of like happy hour. It's like you've had a long day at work. Why don't you have a drink? You know what I mean? Like it's very much ingrained, and that's why prohibition didn't work, man. People just like drinking.
Exactly. Like literally, even the people who like passive were just like, okay, you know what? I can't do this fucking like not drinking thing. I gotta have like a special cabinet for all my good booze.
No, absolutely. And
Yeah.
you have like a decanter for like the whiskey, right? You have like a wine rack, and you have yeah.
It's because like humans have like this tendency where they can easily get addicted to all kinds of like things, whether or not it's an actual like substance that has chemical change that makes them feel good, or whether or not it's just something that just
Like a behavior like gambling or something. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean
exactly,
we're
like an
all
outside stimulant that like just makes their brain chemistry just go like, whoa, I'm doing something
yeah
awesome.
their brain light up and get that dopamine, man. We're all just looking to. I always talk about this with people. Is we're all looking to satiate like existence in some capacity. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like living is hard, and and going through it being completely sober, I commend those who do.
yeah.
But I can't be completely myself. So it's all about balance. I think there's an argument to be made that one can have a healthy relationship with alcohol as long as they know. Like we were talking last night. It's kind of a stark thing. My friend Jackson had brought up. We have this drummer friend of ours. I'm not going to say who it is to respect him, but like he he's only 23 and he like literally can't drink anymore. Like his liver can't take it.
And he's only 20. Jesus Christ.
He was like getting like blackout drunk like all one summer, like every night getting like blackout drunk, and and so his doctor said either stop drinking or lose 50 pounds and then you can start drinking.
Jesus, man. Jesus.
Yeah, it's heavy, and that scares me a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I should probably be careful. I mean, but I think there's also something to be said that like, while we can have a healthy relationship with a substance or a behavior or habit or whatever, um, doesn't mean it's healthy for us. Like, if I can manage like my drinking, I'm still putting poison in my body. You know what I mean? Like, even if I have
Yeah,
a beer or whatever it may be, it's all poison, and that's why
yeah.
like, I feel so sick the day after. And it's funny because like I was violently hungover, but I still had like 2 beers at the beach, and I was like, I'm fine. But it's not. I don't have like an issue with it. I
No,
don't. I
definitely
don't
not.
have.
No, no.
I don't have a problem drinking that. No, I don't have a drinking problem. I have a problem drinking. That's what it is.
No,
Um,
I genuinely think is like if you're planning out like your drinking to like a total like minuscule like detail of when you can start and you feel good the next day, that that might be a problem because
uh-huh.
I saw an interview with John Mulaney, and you know John Mulaney, he's dealt with like
Well,
issues
he's got
with
the coke addiction, right?
yeah, he's been taking like
Yeah.
uppers and downers and like balancing that all out. Like literally it was a fucking catwalk balancing act he would do between the two.
Jesus, he was speedballing.
Yeah, like he would like he was telling Theo Vaughn, who was hosting the podcast that he was talking about this on. He said, yeah, he would literally like plan out like, okay, if I take this Adderall right now on the subway, like I'll be fine to take like the Xanax like a couple hours later, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where it becomes a problem, man.
Like if you're constantly needing this stuff in your system just to like function, then and truly planning it out like on a day planner, like that's a problem.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like
Yeah.
it's compulsive. It's addictive. It's like it's in needing to function. You know what I mean? Like it's like if people show up like stoned to work or something, it's like the usual minimum wage worker who's like just high at work to get through the day. You know what I mean? Like it's not healthy.
Yeah,
And
no.
that's where I like draw the line. I'm like you can do what you want. And I mean if you're gonna be high at work, at least manage. Um,
Yeah.
or if you're gonna like yeah, just don't show it really. Um, yeah, that's a problem. I mean, but there's such a thing as like being a functional addict too. Like people can be
Yeah.
like, they don't have to like be the full spectrum of addiction where it's like they like lose the house and the car and whatever, and you know um they're shaken for it. It's like you can be like someone who uses like every day, but like still goes just to work and stuff, and like has a house and like relationships and stuff. And that's kind of the problem too. Is like it's very again with alcohol, it's very normalized for us to be drinking, and so people can be. There's a lot of people, a lot of Americans who are probably alcoholics who just don't recognize it yet, um,
Exactly. Yeah.
because one can be like a functional addict. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as you're just identifying like off days and again reevaluating like your relationship with it, I think it should be. I think there's no immediate harm with it. There might be long term, but like we're all gonna die anyway, so like
Yeah.
you might as well just like die with a drink in your hand. So I feel like this whole segment has been like very much back and forth, a tug of war of like what to do and not to do. But I drink, so don't take
Yeah.
advice from me. But tonight I stay sober.
Yeah, no, I think genuinely like America specifically has like normalized drinking to the point where you can kind of just like have a drink to like literally anything, which is part of the problem. But I think if the more people recognize that they might have a bit of a problem every now and then and just try to moderate it, it's fine. Like it, as long as you have more dry days than you have more days when you're drinking, that's good on you. That's a
Hmm.
good front forward step, you know?
It's just about it's all about balance. I think there can be
Yeah.
a healthy relationship. I think that
Yeah.
as long as you're not using every day and like you're not having to think about you're using all the time or like doing this that and the other thing, you should be like okay.
Yeah, or even just a couple beers every now and then throughout the week, and then like maybe a glass of whiskey like once or twice a week. Like that's
Mhm.
that's fine.
Totally. I mean,
Yeah,
again, yeah, just it's all about finding your balance and what you're comfortable with. And
yeah,
I'm just taking this dry week because I know that last week was like heavy, especially it was just Thursday and well, I drank on Wednesday too, but I only had like 2 beers, and so then um, and I think I drank Monday night on here. Did I?
I
No, we
think
were. No, that's right. Monday, I was driving back from Slow. We recorded on Thursday, so I was drinking. I
yes,
was drinking on here on Thursday before I went out to the bar and drank more.
but you were probably a
Um,
little stoned though. Let's be real here.
right now, I'm a little stoned. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm also high on weed.
yeah,
But Yeah, that's another thing too. I've been trying to reevaluate that relationship. So I recently quit the weed pen because like I know that like the vapes are really bad for you.
Yeah.
Um, I still take edibles and grass, and like that's fine.
Wait, because that makes sense. Like, there's never really been a study that says that's bad for you. So.
Like the smoking component. I mean, like the human lungs weren't built to inhale hot air or like hot gas or whatever smoke is.
That is
Um,
true.
and so it probably isn't, but like it's not the worst thing. I mean, we know that tobacco causes cancer, and like there's no proof of that for weed, but
Well, it's just
um,
because of the amount of tar. That's the thing. Like, I've seen some studies about how like tobacco has like an insane amount of tar in it. So the more that gets in your lungs, it actually causes like serious health problems. Whereas marijuana has such low levels of it, like you would have to do some serious fucking smoking to actually develop enough to get lung cancer from that shit.
oh really? I mean,
Yeah.
like luckily I'm not like I don't I do smoke a lot, so like I have like a joint a day usually, and maybe an edible. No, definitely an edible and a joint, and maybe a bowl. That's usually on the weekends. I'll like up the dosage, but
Yeah, so someone check on Snoop Dogg real quick. His numbers, might be a little
yeah,
too
he might
high.
be. Well, actually, the only person to outsmoke Snoop was saying that the only person to outsmoke him was it was in an interview. It was on I think Jimmy Kimmel,
Yeah.
one of the Jimmys. What was it he said?
Please tell
I
me it's
can't.
Will. Please tell me it's Willie Nelson. That'd be fucking funny.
It was Willie Nelson. It
Was
was Willie
it?
Nelson.
Oh my god! Of course it
Willie
was.
Willie Nelson beat him, dude. He's like he had to be like, hold on a minute, which is crazy because like that man's just be like smoke it, but you know he's Snoop. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, no, like both of those guys. Like, didn't Willie Nelson have to like quit smoking weed for a little while because of like some actual like problems that were coming up?
I didn't know that. I don't
Yeah.
follow Willie Nelson too closely. I did listen to two Johnny Cash albums today.
Oh yeah, which ones?
Well, Get Rhythm, and the other one was Everybody Loves a Nut, which is a great album title, and I liked the Get Rhythm record more than that one. I think the Get Rhythm record felt a little more rockabilly than country, which is probably why I liked it. And he had a bit of spoken word, I think, um, in the Everybody Loves a Nut album. So I wasn't really fucking with it that heavy. But it was a good. I mean, it was a good album. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I also listened to a really good album by this band called Basement. It was let me see. Oh yeah, it was Promise Everything by Basement. The acoustic version of Aquasun on there, dude. Oh, that's I love that.
Oh, it slaps. Okay.
It's a great track, man. Honestly,
Damn.
great album overall. Really enjoyable. It's some very like emo punk kind of I would probably call it. Um, really easy to listen to. Yeah, and I actually thought it was like I gave it like a perfect 10. I thought it was a perfect album. Um, I really enjoyed the hell out of it. I listened to like 5 albums today because I had to catch up because the weekend I didn't listen to terribly many. I'm still trying to do that 1,000 album thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot of music. My Spotify Wrapped is going to be insane this year. Um,
Well, I
but
did listen to Weezer's Pinkerton back to back, like for 2 days straight.
oh, nice, nice.
Yeah,
That's the problem too with this 1,000 album thing is
yeah.
I'm running through the albums, but I don't really get to revisit them very often. I've revisited only two, I think, so far in this process, maybe three,
Yeah.
and I'm already at like 418 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the win and lose sum on the challenge. It's like, yes, you get to say you listen to like 1,000 new albums this year, but on the other hand, it's like, how many of them have you genuinely enjoyed and can truly remember?
Well, actually, well that's the problem. So I've enjoyed a lot of them, but a lot of them I can't remember because they're just
Oh, yeah.
I've got the list and like I'll some of them stand out, right? You give me the name and I'll be like, oh yeah, I know that album. It's really good. You describe the album cover and I'll
Yeah.
be, oh yeah, I get it. Um, but yeah, it is a lot of stimuli and that's why I think like I have to catch up today because I was like my brain, especially with the drinking, needed some off days. I was like I just need a break and then I'll spend a day catching up and it works out because the nature of my job, right, is like I'm at the computer quite a bit of the time. Um, actually, if I'm to believe the county running their stats, I spend about 35% of my time at the computer doing documentation needs, and the other 65% doing client work. So the 35% I get to hang out and like listen to music, and so that helps me catch up on my records. And then I mean sometimes I'll be driving with the clients, so like I'll have the music on in the background, and we'll both be listening to it, so it works out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's helpful that I have a desk job that I can just listen to music at all day, in between sessions and stuff. And actually, one of our psychiatrists is really funny. So whenever I join in on the appointment with him, he has this uh, he has this music playing in the background, usually like classical or some shit, and it's really funny to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but he always just continues playing it during the sesh, which I think doesn't really create any issue. I mean, he's able to be heard. It's only lightly in the background, so and I get it. You know, I've got when I'm in between sessions, I've this apartment gets so quiet, I have to blast music, otherwise I'm gonna be like feeling insane or something, dude.
Exactly. Just the awkward silence is just it's gonna kill you.
Yeah,
Honestly.
well, yeah, and I'm creating the awkward silence. So it's like, why the fuck are you so quiet?
Yeah.
But that's no one's here. It's just me in this apartment, which like I like that a lot. I really value like having this space and having a place I can go home to and not have to worry about anybody being here. Like there'll be like on a Saturday, like there'll be space between um when I meet up when my girlfriend leaves for work or when I meet up with her after, and that space I get to myself in this apartment. I'm like, okay, sweet. I just get to hang out for a little bit, maybe play some guitar or something, or watch some TV.
It's fucking
Well, I'm
wicked,
usually
man.
doing like, huh?
That's fucking wicked, man.
Oh, but no. So like this Saturday was super cool because I did like a double feature. And oh, I gotta talk about these movies. So I went to go see John Wick, which John Wick Chapter 4 was fucking insane. I was really like, how are they gonna do this story? And they actually did it really well and like kept it interesting. And like the action scenes were even like interesting still. I was like, oh my god, there's a lot of great like when they were fighting on the stairwell, dude. That was crazy. That was
Oh my
hilarious.
god. Like right near the end, right? The fucking insanely long stairwell.
Yeah, the long staircase, and then
Jesus.
what else was a crazy fight? I like the fight at the continent at the Japanese Continental when they shot Lance Riddick. It's kind of crazy because like I was like, man, this guy's actually dead. Like, and he's pretending to be dead in the movie, but then he later dies. You know what I mean? It's like,
I know, that hit me so fucking hard. As soon as I saw that, I was like, no, no, you're not doing this. And like literally it plays out as if like the whole like cast fucking knew ahead of time that he was gonna die, so they're just like grieving over him.
yeah, it's like he was saying, like the other actor was like saying his goodbye. I can never remember the guy's name, but I love that guy, the British dude.
Winston.
Winston, yeah, he's great.
Oh, the actor's name is Ian McShane, but yeah, the character he
Ian
plays is
McShane,
Winston.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
This was also the first time we saw like or and even heard Lance Riddick's character's name in the entire series.
oh shit, you're right, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then God, like the two new characters in that movie, the Tracker and Kane. Holy shit, were they
Kane
so
was
cool?
insane, dude. I loved his character so much. It was it was funny because it took me a second when he pulled out the card and it was in braille. I was like, oh shit, he's blind, but he's like a hitman. That's like cool. That's like some Daredevil shit, dude.
Oh my
Um,
god, yeah.
and he's really good at playing a blind guy.
I don't know what it is, man. He's just so good at it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. He's dope. That was oh man.
I think there was an honest trailer or something for the movie that said like, okay, this is like the second character that Donnie Yen has played who's blind, and I'm pretty sure it's only because like he needs like a handicap for how skilled he is at martial arts.
No, he's really good though. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
because I mean, he played fucking IP man, the man who, you know, trained Bruce Lee in the ways of martial arts.
yeah, that's true, man.
If you're the guy that trains Bruce Lee in the ways of martial arts, and Donnie Yen is playing that guy, you know he's fucking good at hand to hand combat.
Well, he has to be. He has to be believable, you know. And that
Yeah,
was the problem with Iron Fist was he wasn't believable. The choreography was very bad, and I mean, it's hard choreography for an actor to learn. But anyway, so no, yeah, the movie was sweet. I loved his character. He was really
yeah,
interesting, really complex, and I like how they were actually like boys at the end. They were like, all right,
yeah.
so they like both got what they wanted, and but then so John dies, right? Like
Yeah,
Sorry,
which is not a
spoiler.
spoiler, okay? Anyone who hasn't seen the movie yet, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Go out and
For,
see John Wick.
took me a while to see it, but finally I did. So he just fucking dies. Wow, he's
Yeah,
finally dead.
yeah.
It
And
took his. It took one of his closest friends for him to die.
I
That's the
know.
person who killed him, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like he shot him. Um, I mean he bled to death, but yeah, it's like, oh my god, that's awesome.
I mean, it's the only way the story can really go, because as much as he wants to get away from that life, he can't get away from the fact that he gets a thrill out of it in some way. That's.
Yeah, and that's what the whole movie was talking about too. I thought a lot of the dialogue. I was worried from the trailer. I was like, it might be cheesy, but it was actually really good. A lot of the actors in that movie were just fantastic. They were putting their all. It was really well directed. It's like I can't believe they keep it interesting. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
still continue to do amazing stuff with it. I love the shootout in the Continental. Um, when they blew up the Continental, the one in New York, I was like, no. But then Winston, he's going to be in charge of the new one,
Yeah.
which is cool. And then yeah, just crazy, man. And it was dealing with more of the table, so we get more of the lore and stuff, which is cool. I always love that about John Wick movies. Uh, Crazy, dude.
I know. And then also, what was it? Yeah, what was it? In John Wick Chapter 2, they even illustrated that, like, John is addicted to the vengeance. Like, that's his thing. Like, there's
How's
no way he was gonna get out of this life like clean and alive. It was gonna end one way or another in death. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then so I did a double feature that day, and the second movie I should have really saved is the first one because that would have John Wick would have brought me back from that. But so how can I describe the second one? So it's called Sanctuary, and
Okay.
so the plot I'm going to describe the first 20 minutes. What we understand in the first 20 minutes of the film, and that then directs the rest of the plot. So it's a movie. It's set in a hotel room, obviously in a hotel, and so there's a little bit of hallway scenes, and like at the end they ride the elevator together. And by they I mean it stars this guy and this girl, and the girl she's from like that thriller Bodies, which if you haven't seen, it's actually fucking hilarious. I need to watch that again. That movie's awesome. And then so let's see. So he plays this rich guy and who's like the son of the owner of the hotel, and now he's the heir of the hotel because the father dies, I guess, or whatever, or did die, and the woman plays a sex worker, and it's a very particular sex worker, so she helps with fantasies of like submission and humiliation,
Okay.
and so there's a lot of that. The first 10 minutes, it's them acting that out, and it's interesting. And then the whole movie, you're kind of just like wondering, like, what's the barrier? The whole movie is set up that you don't know what's the difference between the play and like reality. And so like you know, he's like trying to end the relationship and have her retire from this, because he's inheriting the company and doesn't want it to look bad that he's like a little dirty little freak, which he totally is. But then she like double crosses him and stuff. It's like a crazy whole thing. It's very weird, but it did what it set out to do. I think it was very much thrilling, and you're like, "What the fuck is happening?" Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything is just crazy, and it's one of those movies that's like really kind of like trippy and like might require like a second watch. And I feel like I'd have to watch it with headphones on. It's very graphic.
Jesus.
I mean, yeah, it's a big. Well, they don't show like him coming or anything. I mean, he comes, but like it's just an above the neck shot, or above the
Oh,
chest
that's
shot.
cool.
Yeah, like yeah, it kind of reminded me of like Infinity Pool because like Infinity Pool they have Skarsgård fucking come, and they like show it dripping, which is like kind of crazy.
I
Um,
mean, honestly though, I doubt that can ever actually top Robert Pattinson when he played Salvador Dali.
didn't he
Because
like actually nut though?
he actually was masturbating in that shot, so that was his O face you're seeing.
I wonder who was in the room when it happened.
Who was in the room where it happened?
Yeah, for real. Where like Robert Pattinson came in front of a bunch of people. That's kind of like I respect. And
I
I
respect the
certainly hope he asked that
commitment,
permission.
but
I appreciate the commitment. I certainly hope he got permission to do that. I'm pretty sure he did. If people found out that it wasn't consenting, the internet would have Adam.
Yeah, no, if he was just randomly jerking off on the set, like, and they just had to film that and sit there and watch that happen, that'd be a fucking PR nightmare.
No, absolutely. He's like, hey guys, he's like, I wonder how he brought that up to the director. He's like, well, I wonder, like, the scene would be better if I actually did come. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, well, if I just sort of jerked off in front of you all, I think that would be better for the scene. He's like, sure about that, Rob?
Oh my god. Okay, so Sanctuary, it's not worth a watch.
As long as you know what you're getting into. The problem was I didn't know what I was fucking getting into. And the funniest part about it, the title of the movie is the safe word. You find out.
Wow, that's actually kind of funny though. But like, wow, okay.
I will say what I commend about the movie is you don't really know what's going to happen next, and it does keep you on your toes. I think as long as you like, the trailer would probably be very revealing. Maybe.
Yeah.
How you cut it, but it's but no, I enjoyed it. I mean, to an extent, I think again, I think it set out what it wanted to do. I'm just trying to figure out sort of what the theme of it is and what the meaning behind it is, and it was just sort of again, it was like I didn't know what to expect at all, and it was shot in a way that's like, wow, this is like really you feel kind of like trapped almost. It's again, I think it did what it wanted to do. I'm just trying to figure out what it wanted to do.
No, I totally feel that. No, I feel like at that point I might as well just watch The Secretary with Maggie Gyllenhaal.
What's that one, man?
That one is basically where she plays a secretary in an office building, and she does increasingly like deplorable sexual acts with her boss. So.
Oh, it's like one of those situations.
Yeah, but I hear that it's really good in the way that it's like it's shocking to actually see that being played out, but it also has you intrigued at the same time. So you're like, huh, I don't know how to feel about this.
No, for sure. What the fuck? All right. You do you, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
well, that's interesting with movies like those. Like Her is very much the same way. That movie about like Joaquin Phoenix falling in love with an iPhone.
Yeah.
There's some graphic like sex stuff. And it was funny too because I watched it at the point when I had roommates. So I was in my room with my TV. I was playing it not loud, but I was playing it like loud enough that I could hear and like be involved. And I'm sure like they could hear it, and it was just like very like I was like, oh god, no. I was very worried about what the perception would be.
That's how I felt watching X. Like I was like, this is an amazing horror movie, but goddamn, there's so much sex in the movie.
There's a lot of fucking. I was on the phone with Kate when I was watching that movie. There was a lot of fucking, and I was like, wow, they're fucking again.
Yeah.
It was X was great though. When the violence goes down, I was like, holy shit, Grandma.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn. Honestly though,
Pearl, dude.
It's the one movie where it made me realize I am both equally attracted and also terrified of Mia Goth at the same time. Like
she's hella bad, but she's also like hella. And Infinity Pool, she's the same way. She's hella hot in that one. Then she's also like really scary too.
Yeah.
Really weird. Infinity Pool is definitely one you could avoid. Me and Kate hated that movie. That movie was weird.
That's good to know. Good to know. No, I think the only like really great Alexander Skarsgård movie is definitely top of the list. The Northman. Probably
was phenomenal.
Just under that, probably Tarzan, but that's only because of the amount of commitment that he had to those abs.
Well, yeah, he had to like be like having 0% body fat, dog.
But the Northman, though, fucking hell.
Well, he also had great abs in the Northman too, but he was also like fantastic in the Northman. I loved his story, and like it was really tragic, and it was really well shot and really well done. I love that long take when they're invading that village, and he's just like going through. He's just like shopping through dudes, man. Like nobody's business, bro.
Yeah, and then it had fucking like Bjork in the next scene in like the least weird setting that she's in. Like
yeah, for real. No, it's crazy, man. I respect that movie a lot. And Nicole Kidman was weird in it. And then Willem Dafoe was like in there and being weird, and that was cool.
Oh my god, the fucking interview with Ethan Hawke. It was the funniest thing ever. He said, working with Willem Dafoe was interesting. He admitted to them doing acid together and howling at the moon.
On the set of the movie?
Yeah.
That's sick. That's actually really cool.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck, I want to go do acid with those two and go howl at the moon. Fuck.
Imagine, dude, like, no, imagine you're, like, doing it, and then, like, they walk up to you, like, you're like, whoa, Ethan Hawke and Willem Dafoe? That'd be, like, kind of crazy, dude.
It'd be kind of funny if I actually just did acid randomly, and I'm like, oh my god, Ethan Hawke, Willem Dafoe, let's go hang out together. And then, like, a couple hours later, I'm like, shit, that wasn't them. That was two weird guys I found in the woods. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, for real, dude. Yeah, I've only ever done mushrooms, but I've got the hookup for some acid potentially.
Oh, nice.
Thinking about it.
Nice.
What else has been going on, man? Yeah, The Northman's a good movie.
One movie that I know I have to see before I get spoiled the whole fucking thing on Twitter, I swear to God, is going to be Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, yeah.
Dude, literally, like, I was on Twitter today, and I'm like, we were going to see that this weekend, Kate and I, but then we got, like, invited to a bunch of stuff, so it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
And those were fun. Those were great. We're actually going tomorrow night. I think we've confirmed with my buddy who I have to Zell afterwards.
Oh, nice.
Bet. But what's it? Yeah, so, like, Twitter's, like, all about that today, and I'm like, fuck, I need to, like, maybe stay off until after tomorrow so, like, I don't get spoiled. I haven't got anything yet, just that, like, people are thirsting over, like, Miguel O'Hara, which it makes sense. It's Oscar Isaac.
It's basically Oscar Isaac in a Spider-Man costume. Like, what the fuck, guys? Like, it's obvious.
It kind of got me, like, bricked up right now, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you know.
But I've been really excited for the movie, and I wanted to see it opening weekend, but again, we just got invited to so much stuff. Like, we had Friday, we were both wanting to chill because we had, like, stressful weeks, and we're just tired. Let's just stay in and, like, put on something. I don't even remember what we did. I remember we had dinner with our parents and, like, sat in a room, and I think we were watching some nature doc or something, and then we put on some movie, and Saturday was what it was. It was fun. It was a great night. It was really fun to hang out with. Those are people I'd never hung out with before, and they were hilarious, and we all had a great time. I hope. And but man, did I get drunk. Yeah, I hadn't been that drunk in, like, a long time, dude.
Jesus.
It was the first time I'd thrown up in, like, a while. I was like, whoa.
Oh, geez, that sounds awful, man.
Because I don't really do that very often. It wasn't very. So we got back. So the lift ride home was exciting, but then we got back home, and I just started, like, It took me a while, but then I finally projectiled into the toilet, and that was just disgusting. And yeah, it was nuts. And then the morning after, it was like, oh god, and I was hugging the toilet for like 20 minutes at one point. It was a really bad experience. I don't ever want to drink to that level again. I really, I'm always reminded about how bad it is, and, like, it's fun to be, like, buzzed, right? That's the point of it, you know. But yeah, what else has been happening in the world this week? Well, Apple just announced today they dropped, like, their VR headset, but it starts at, like, $3,500.
Yeah, so I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. The rich plebeians get to, like, live in a nice mansion with a beautiful view, and then also check into a world in which they can do the exact same fucking thing, but they're probably like Iron Man or some bullshit.
Maybe, yeah. And it was really funny. There was a video of the announcement, and the audience just did a collective when they read the price.
Oh, fucking hell, that's good.
That's just, like, horrendous. Why charge that much money? It doesn't cost that much to make, does it? It can't possibly.
No, and it's fucking Apple. They're making money. Like, come on.
They sell the new iPhone each year. People upgrade to that shit all the time, dude. I have the 13, but I had the 10 for a while, I think. That's why I upgraded, because it just would, like, slow down and stop working and shit.
Yeah. No, and, like, they have, like, fucking factory workers that are 8 years old, and they're getting paid 5 cents, like, an hour to, like, make these fucking things. So, yeah, Apple has the fucking money, okay?
No, absolutely, yeah, they're doing fine, man.
They can sell this device at a much cheaper price.
This iPhone is brought to you by suicide nets, you know what I mean? Like...
to have this iPhone in my pocket, which I have charging.
But yeah, it's not in your pocket.
Yeah, they had to put fucking nets outside the factory so that way the workers don't kill themselves before they make my goddamn phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Happiest place to be. So
Right?
yeah, so that was weird. I think I don't know why they made that move, why they made such a high price. Well, I know why, it's corporate greed, but like
Yeah.
I
Gotta
don't
meet
know.
the bar, right? It's gotta have infinite growth. You can't have like a steady line, okay? You gotta have that line keep going up.
Like, no one can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that occurred today, and then I don't know what else is going on in the world.
Nothing much to be honest. Oh, there was that one spy who died recently.
There was this spy who died.
Yeah, it was a. Okay, so long story short, basically this guy was selling information to the Russians way back when, and then he was arrested in around 2002 for his crimes. And he served a prison sentence from then until now when he passed away. And people online have been trying to make a connection to his death being suspicious, like Epstein level suspicious, and I'm like, fuck off. No, that's not the case. Okay, come on, guys, come on.
It could be, man. You never know, dude. Powers that be.
Look, Epstein, it makes sense because everything leading up to that point, and even the information coming out afterwards, very fucking suspect. If you literally compile all that information together and say, well, it was a suicide. Fuck no. You're a goddamn idiot. All right?
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's very sus.
Yeah.
It's very sus. The cameras were off at the time.
Yeah, both guards were not there. They were asleep or some shit. It's like, no, what? No, there's no fucking way. The fucking coroner said that the breakage of the neck is not something you get from a hanging. It is something from a chokehold or an outside force applying way more pressure than a hanging would actually do.
No bet. Yeah, Jeffrey
Yeah,
Epstein.
when the fucking doctor examining the body says there's no way this is a hanging. Like that's not a suicide. That's a murder.
Yep. No, absolutely, dude.
However, this guy, he was in prison since 2002. If they wanted to kill him in prison, they had literally any point in time.
They had 21 years to do so.
They
Yeah.
had 21 fucking years.
Well,
There's
how long
no
was
way
Jeffrey
this is
Epstein in prison
suspicious.
for? How long was Jeffrey Epstein in prison for?
He was in prison for like less than a week and he died. Like this guy, 21
Wait,
years. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure.
That's insane. Hold on.
Fact check me.
Because like that makes it even more sus. That's like.
Fact check me. Like look up arrest and then death of Epstein.
Let's see. Hold on a sec. Let me go to the Wikipedia page here.
It's probably more than a week, but it's definitely a pretty fucking quick timeline in which
He almost served 13 months in custody, but with extensive work release. Oh wait, this was. Oh, he was convicted in Florida. This was when he was a convicted sex offender.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Because it was a fast timeline. I remember that for sure. What the fuck is that?
Let's see. Jeffrey Epstein arrest. Oh, it was 2019, I think, was the.
Yeah.
So he died 2 years. Oh wait, no, he was only in. Oh wow, he was only in jail for like. 3 months. No. 1 month. Because he died in August.
1 month. He's in prison for 1 month, and they fucking kill him. This guy's in prison for 21 years, and then he just dies in prison. There's no fucking connection. There's no suspicious shit. Okay, people die in prison all the time. Okay,
it's not a sus situation. This is totally just a separate incident.
Exactly. Epstein is sus because of the quick timeline of his arrest to then his suspicious death and everything surrounding
his eventual murder. Like.
Exactly. Whereas this guy, fucking spy, betrayed the country, served his time in prison, and died in fucking prison.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's probably some like heart condition or something. Like, you know,
No, bet.
yeah, or
Absolutely.
cancer, one of those two. As sad as that may be, but that's just how it is.
No, absolutely. That's how it goes for some old people.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's wow. Wow, I didn't even realize. Okay, wow, that's makes it even more. I didn't think about the timeline at all. I was just like, oh, he was in prison for a bad crime. Okay.
Yeah.
And he had like a secret sex island where like he invites celebrities. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
God.
kind of nuts, dude. That's I could see why that man, shit's crazy.
Yeah. I think they. I think there was a joke online. They removed the fucking Epstein Island from Roblox or some shit.
Oh my god. No, I mean they have to.
Yeah.
One kid was probably like, it might have been a fucked up thing. It could have been like a kid was like, I recognize that island.
Oh no.
A man asked me to massage his feet.
Oh
Apparently that's
god.
what he asked them to do or something. I don't know. I struggled to watch the Netflix documentary. I was like, this is fucked up. I don't want to hear about this shit. Um,
Yeah, I'm just like, why? Why? Like, I'm just out here trying to fuck Jennifer Coolidge. It's like, why are y'all trying to be out here like fucking kids when you have like billions of dollars? Like, what the fuck is going on?
yeah, for real. You could literally have anything, and like also like you're a celebrity. You should like you should. I feel like well, it's kind of a give and take, right? Because like celebrities are humans too, but like also like you're really in the spotlight. Like you have to like be mindful of what you fucking say, dude. Like you know what I mean? Like it's any like Daniel Radcliffe talked about like he has to be mindful like in bars because like everyone's watching him because like oh it's Harry Potter, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
um, which that's he had that shoot to fame at like 11, dude. I mean imagine what that does to a kid.
Yeah, no, you can kind of see the end result of that with Emma Watson in particular, with her charity work and her wanting to like be free spirited and live her life the way she wants to live it. Uh,
Is she in
yeah,
the thing these days? Does she act still? Is she like
the last thing she was in was a movie called The Circle with Tom Hanks, and I think it was like one of the
oh
most
wait, that was like
forgettable.
2018, I think.
Yeah, that was like one of the most forgettable like thriller films ever made. Honestly.
Well, wasn't it like one of those movie? It was based off a book, right?
It was based off a book, but that's not saying much because there's plenty of Stephen King's works that have been put into film that like just flop at the box office. So you know,
No, for sure.
yeah,
It happens, man.
yeah.
But I'd say it's been about the hour here. Should we clock out?
I would say so. Yeah. Aside from suspicious murders and very coincidental deaths, this is the 9 to 5 boys
Clocking out.
clocking out.